Hello everyone, today we'll be building an AI chatbot for messaging app Telegram. Building a chatbot has many practical uses. For example, you can use it to manage customer support at your business, or you can even use it to throw your friends. Anyway, let's just jump straight right into the video. Before we begin, I would like to give credits to Richstone, Lunami, and Gunter Cox. You can find their respective GitHubs in the episode's description. Anyway, let's just jump straight right into the video. The first thing we want to do is to activate the Python virtual environment. If you have not installed the Python virtual environment, it's very simple. All you need to do is type in pip3 install virtual env. Now in my case, I've already installed the Python virtual environment. Next, we want to create a folder for the virtual environment. So, type in virtual env chatbot project, since this is for easy naming of our folder. It's just setting up everything and we're done. Now, let's navigate to where we created the folder. So, chatbot project, and it's here. So let's get a path name, and you need to do the following. So source, get the name of the chatbot project, the folder name, and actually type in bin/activate. Sorry about that. And we are done. So you have activated your Python virtual environment. Next, we need to install Chatbot using pip3. If you are unfamiliar with Chatbot, Chatbot is a machine learning based conversational dialogue engine built by Gunter Cox. As Chatbot receives more input, the number of responses that it can reply and the accuracy of each response in relation to the input statement increases. Thus, this means that the bot gets smarter and smarter. So, we can install Chatbot by just typing pip3 install Chatbot. Now that Chatbot is installed, we need to install Teleton using pip3 as well. The Teleton library was developed by Lunami. It's meant to make it easier for us to actually write Python programs to interact with messaging app Telegram. It's basically a wrapper that did the heavy job for us so that we can just focus on developing tools and applications on it. So we can install Teleton easily by just typing in pip3 install Teleton. Now, navigate to the Chatbot directory and create a chatbot.py file. So, for myself, I'm just navigating to the directory, and then I'm just creating the chatbot.py file. Alright guys, now let's get to coding. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to import the chatbot modules from the Chatbot library. So from Chatbot, import chatbot, and then we're going to import the relevant modules to train the chatbot as well. So from chatbot.trainers, import list trainer. Okay, so the chatbot will read in a list of strings and train itself accordingly. And then we're going to want to import the relevant packages and modules which we think will help us in the development of the chatbot. So I'm going to import a time module so that there's a delay for the chatbot to reply, so that it seems more human-like. So import time, as well as the async IO module as well. So this will allow us to develop our chatbot on the async and await syntax. The last thing we're going to want to import is the Teleton library, since this is a Telegram chatbot. So from Teleton import, we're going to want to import the Telegram client as well as the events module. Alright, now we have now imported all the relevant packages and modules which we need for the development of our Telegram chatbot. Alright, so now we're gonna start creating our chatbot. So chatbot equals to chatbot. Just call it any name you want. We can call it Jarvis. And we're gonna create a convo variable so that the chatbot will read in this particular. We can create a txt file so that the chatbot will read this txt file and train itself with it. So let's create this convo variable equals to. We're gonna open this txt file. We can call it any name you want. We can call it chats.txt. And we're going to want to read this txt file, so read lines. Alright, now before I create the txt file, let me just continue before we go and type in the relevant conversation which we want for the txt file. Alright, so we're going to want to train our chatbot. Trainer equals to list trainer. Sorry about that. List trainer chatbot. We're gonna want to make use of the training classes on the chatbot library. So trainer.train convo. Alright. Now let's go and create our chats.txt file. Right, so what we need to do is nano chats.txt. Right, let's train our chatbot accordingly. So we can call it hi. So let's just imagine a normal conversation with a normal human being. So hi, hello, type in how are you? I am great. Let's be a bit more creative. Maybe we can say what is your hobby? And probably we can just type in a generic reply. I like fishing and running, probably. And let's just type in more generic conversations. Probably, how do we actually talk to our friends? How are you today? I am fine, thanks for asking. Nice to meet you. It is a pleasure to meet you as well. So just a normal generic conversation. And let's catch up soon. For sure. Let's meet soon. Alright, so these are just some generic conversations, and let's save the chats.txt file. Alright, now let's get back to coding. Right, so since this is a Telegram application, we're going to want to use the Telegram API ID and API hash to make use of the Telegram client. Right, so how do we get this Telegram ID, this API ID and API hash? So right, so how do I come here? So all you need to do is just Google Telegram developer tools, click on this link over here, and I think it's this link. Alright, mytelegram.org. Just key in your phone number, and then it will send a verification code to your phone, and you can actually you can just authorize it, and you will get your API ID and API hash. Alright, so for me, this is my API ID and my API hash. Alright, so it's very simple. Alright, now next, what we want to do next is to start defining the main meat of our bot. Alright, so let's define a main function. Right, and now we're gonna start making use of the Telegram client. Okay, so we want to create a client using the API ID and the API hash. Right, so client equals to Telegram client. You can call it like handler session. and then we need the API ID and API hash. Right, so API ID, API hash. Right, now we have created our client. Now we need to start our client. So client dot start. Right, simple as that. Okay, now that that's done, this is the main part of our bot. Right, so what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna make use of the async and await syntax. So before that, we want to type in client dot on. We're gonna make use of the events module. So dot new message. Alright, and then we want to wait for incoming messages only if it's true. Alright, only if it's true. We just need to wait for incoming event messages. Alright, now we're going to make use of the async syntax. So async def handler. So this is a function. We're going to pass in the event. Alright, so now we're going to make use of the request. So the request would be the message sent to us by like a friend who texted us on Telegram. So this will be request equals to be. So the important thing here is that the request has to be in the form of a string. So string event dot raw underscore text. We need the raw text of the message that was sent to us. Right, we can print the request actually to just have a look at it. Yeah, so print request, and now that we've obtained the request from our friend, we are going to want to pass it into our chatbot to get the relevant response from our chatbot. Alright, so now let's define the response variable, and now it also has to be in the form of a string. So string chatbot dot get underscore response. Alright, and then we're gonna want to pass in the request. Right, so it's simple as that. Right, so we feed the string received to our trained chatbot to fetch a response as a string as well. Now let's give our chatbot some time to reply. So perhaps let's sleep for, it can be however long you want before it replies. So it can, let's say time.sleep 3 seconds. Alright, so now finally we await, make use of the await syntax for event dot reply, and then we reply accordingly with our response. So only if the event happens, then our bot will reply with the relevant response. So that's essentially what we're trying to do over here. Alright, so we are coming to the end of our bot. So this is just a simple bot, but it's very effective. So what we need to do is make use of the client method. What we're going to make use of is the run until disconnected method. Alright, so this is all we need. So our bot will keep running, our script will keep running until we disconnect our code. Alright, so that's it. We're coming to the end, and finally let's just end off with if. Alright, where is it? If name. This is just the last part of the code, and main. Oh, sorry about that. Main. Alright, so this is essentially everything. So this is basically a simple chatbot which we can use to throw our friends, and it's very effective. And with that, we have come to the end of building our chatbot. So let's test our chatbot. Right, let's test if our bot is working. So let's just run the script. Python 3 chatbot.py. right, so this trains our bot and runs it. Let's test it. So get a friend's Telegram account or your parents' Telegram account and try and see if it works by texting yourself. So let's type in some generic greetings. Hi. Let's see if the bot actually replies and if it works. It works. So our bot actually replies. Right, so maybe you can say, how are you? Yeah, so this was based on data which I trained the bot previously, so that's why it wasn't in chats.txt earlier. So the bot is interpreting the data correctly and replying appropriately. So we can just try texting it more and just testing more of what it says. So maybe you can ask like, nice to meet you, and see what the bot says. And yeah, the bot replies accordingly. The reason that the responses are not part of the chats.txt file which I wrote earlier is because I already pre-trained the bot earlier using other files. So this is the end of our tutorial. So this is basically what you get. So basically, just keep training your bot by texting more and more replies to it. Try training it more, and you'll get more and more accurate replies. So this is based on the Chatbot library that was developed by Gunter Cox. So huge credits to him. So this is the Chatbot tutorial, and this is how you build an AI chatbot. So basically, keep training and you'll get better and better results. Alright guys, that's how you build an AI chatbot. I hope you guys learned something new today, and I look forward to seeing you guys for the next video. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care guys.